Good afternoon. We're back at the World Conference of Trade and Investment Promotion Organizations, and there are lots of interesting stories to tell here, and one of them is about the impact of digital in the relationships that these organizations are having with their companies. Digital is changing everything around us, and they're going to tell us about how they work and how they work together, the partnerships in the digital, and how it has an impact on their clients. Martina, you're from Switzerland Global Enterprise, Martina Gmur, and you met Hannah?
Yes, that's right.
Hannah Litebo
Yes,
from
good
New Zealand Trade and Enterprise,
yes.
New Zealand Trade Enterprise. So these are worlds apart. How did it happen? How did you meet?
So basically, Hannah was so kind to travel to our office in Zurich, which was great. And we have discussed together various digital initiatives we're doing in both companies. And I think personally, we gained quite a lot of knowledge sharing, transfer sharing, experience, and specifically in one area where your organization is already developed. We are basically planning to implement the chatbot coming up this autumn. And we gained a lot of their experience. She made a connection to her team back in New Zealand. We could exchange, and basically she helped us not doing the same mistakes as they did, but also us to shine and with the chatbot in the market. So for us, this was really a tremendous beneficial meeting we had, not only the meeting itself, but the connections we did afterwards between the two organizations to exchange.
So chatbots, we've heard all sorts of things about bots in the world of digital. It could be good, it could be bad. So you've obviously used it successfully, which is what inspired Martina. How did that work for you?
Well, we did experiment with chatbots, a little bit unsuccessfully, unfortunately, but I think we connected our IT team with Martina's IT team and shared our learnings on why we tried it, but then we pulled out of it quite quickly because it didn't work as we'd planned.
Oh, why not?
It was a bit more complicated to program it in a way that allowed a customer to have a great experience with it, to get the answers that they were looking for from it. So we're an organisation that tries to fail fast, I guess. So we tried it, didn't work, so we've stopped that for a wee while actually, and we've moved on to other initiatives.
Oh, that's really great. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Let's hear more about the chatbot. So you've learned from their experience, and you said you used it successfully.
We will use it. We will see. Maybe we will fail. I don't hope so. But we will start implementing it in autumn officially. We had a lot of trial runs together with our customers. It is a huge challenge, basically the topics Hannah mentioned. But if we are successful in the market, we are more than happy to share it back to Hannah and her team.
So essentially, you're using these chatbots to respond more quickly to clients who want basic information about tariffs, about market opportunities, things like that. And in your tests, the clients have been happy with that?
So far, yes.
And they realize they're chatbots who are and that you're providing a service?
They realize it, but as long as the answer is good, they don't mind. And as long as they have someone personally they could speak to if they don't get the answer.
So you're both using technology to bring experiences to the clients and customize differently. What else are you working on in terms of technology, and how are you doing that, partnerships and digital together?
Oh, it's a great question. We've just launched our new digital transformation is a terrible word, but our digital transformation program. We've introduced a new kind of way of building databases, which is called the Graph, that allows some really clever ways of finding, we call it know-how and know-who. So we're trying to get to a place where pretty quickly our customers will be able to come onto our website and say, who knows about exporting infant formula to China? And hoping we can give them a really good answer and connect them in with the right people within our NZTE network. We're also building a customer portal, so we work with New Zealand businesses, so we're building a place behind a login where customers can see the plan that we have in place, and we can collaborate and we can communicate together. So trying to enhance the work that our customer-facing people are doing, because we're essentially a professional services organisation, is what we like to say. We help New Zealand businesses be better exporters and grow internationally, bigger, better, faster. So we're trying to what has been a human-to-human type interface, so it's not very scalable. We're now trying to make more digitally enabled, so we are able to reach more and work with more New Zealand businesses.
So there's a lot about exchanging, because your organizations are very complementary, and I understand it was ITC that brought the two of you together, which is great. Now, what kind of things do you guys talk about?
In these meetings?
No, I mean when the two of you say, okay, what are we exchanging on technology? You know, what's this idea? What's that idea?
I think it's a lot about of experiences, as Hannah said. I mean, we also live a little bit the way, like, you know, you have to learn and you have to do your mistakes and you have to fail, and basically also openly talk about failures, but also successes, and just exchange. And now sometimes we also just have like the same maybe visions we want to go to with our digital initiatives, and that's always very great if you can share this with other people who are passionate about it and want to drive the things forward. So.
Did you want to add something?
Yeah, I mean, to me it's everything. Like, we're essentially the same organisation, just in different countries. So we work with the same types of companies, trying to help them do the same things. So I was fascinated to learn everything that Martina and her team are doing, from the way that they're structured, to their operating model, to even, I was just asking her before how they do with events and what software they use for that, because as I said, we're all trying to do the same things, so why not learn from each other?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's really about collaborating to become more competitive and to help our businesses become more competitive. Okay.
And we had a lovely lunch together, so this is always most fun.
Which is great. And that's what this event should be about. So you'll hear more stories about like this. Stay tuned at the World Conference for Trade Promotion Organizations for more later today.